Hello, everyone. It's time for Theater Talk with Scott again. And tonight I saw the world premiere of You Will Get Sick, a new play by Noah Diaz. Now, all my theater people, you're all going, who? Right. Well, write the name down, remember it Noah Diaz. What a good young, I don't know his age, I don't know what he looks like, but in the world of playwriting, he is young because this is his first big production in New York City. You Will Get Sick. So let's get to it. What was it about? So, immediately in this age, 2022, we hear something about sick, all of that. We think COVID. This play was written long before anybody ever heard of coronavirus. This play was written a number of years ago, and right when it was ready to start getting produced is when the pandemic hit, coronavirus and COVID 19 hit, which of course shut down. It's been a 2 year journey to get this play up at the this is Roundabout Theater. This is at the Laura Pels Theater at the Steinberg Center. What is it? The Harold and Miriam Steinberg Center for Theater. Um, I actually love that space. It's an off Broadway theater, and if I were to have my own theater, I would want it to be exactly like the Laura Pels Theater at the Steinberg Center. It is a beautiful space. It is intimate. It is flexible. You can do a lot with it. It's a great, great theater. I've seen a lot of shows. I've seen a number of shows there. Several since they've completely renovated and done the show new. I saw the Manza Ray play, What the End Will Be. Oh, there's a video about that. That play rocked me. This one did too. So it's about a young man played by Daniel K. Isaac from Billions. Okay. Um, Daniel K. Isaac plays a young man who has been diagnosed with a terminal illness. And he puts up flyers all around offering to hire somebody to call him, that he'll pay him $40, and the 40's crossed out and it says 20, because he has something to tell them, because he hasn't told anyone. And so a lady sees the flyer, she needs the money. That lady is played by Linda Lavin, who I've seen on Broadway before, an acclaimed singer, actor, producer, just her whole life. I mean, decades and decades. Alice, she played Alice in that Mel's Diner sitcom. Anyway, so she calls him and they have a conversation and he tells her, I'm sick. Except he doesn't use the word. He never says the word sick. Um, and she talks and she listens. And then they keep kind of connecting. He hires her to tell his sister. So they meet for lunch and he tells his sister. So there's several other actors who play a variety of roles, different characters. The woman that plays his sister plays a coworker, plays another lady in another scene. I mean, she plays multiple roles, and they all do that very, very well. Daniel K. Isaac is on stage the entire show. It's about 90 minutes, no intermission. There is a lot of comedy in this play. I'm not telling you like it is. There's a lot of comedy in this play. Daniel K. Isaac is watching him was like the brilliance of acting, because it's very subtle and there's innuendos in a lot of what he says and does. And then Linda Lavin, my God, I mean, this woman, I mean, I've always been a fan. I had no idea she was this talented. No offense, Linda. Wow, really, really incredible. We never know what the illness is, and that's why I think it's resonating right now so solid. And maybe people are very intimidated by it because of the title, You Will Get Sick. And we don't want to think about that, right? But it's a fact of life. Um, and especially in the post-pandemic world. Are we post-pandemic? Still pandemic? Because at the Laura Pels Theater, the Steinberg Center for Theater, you are masked, and so I had to put my mask on. Walk in the door, put my mask on, kept my mask on the whole time. Big deal. Happy to do it. Um, so anyway, I don't know. So yes, be prepared to put your mask on. Um, the play is multifaceted and has multi levels. I gave you the basic level. There's also a strong correlation, relation, whatever, to the Wizard of Oz. Um, so Linda Lavin, her character, um, which none of the characters really have names. I think they in the program they're number one, number two, number three, number four, number five. Um, although the and Linda Lavin actually plays several characters, but the main character she plays is Callan. Does have a name, and Callan is a woman, an older woman, Linda Lavin's age, who's in an acting class, who's trying to be an actor. And she's got an audition coming up, and that's what the money is for, because she wants to buy a dress because she's auditioning for Wizard of Oz, and she wants to play Dorothy. And as Daniel gets sicker and sicker throughout the play, he is coughing up hay, or hay is just appearing, and hay is on his shoulder, and hay is in his hair, and so he gets stuffed with hay, and he keeps wanting to go home. And home is the very middle of the country, and so it looks like a wheat field, and there's the whole scarecrow, uh, Dorothy, click your three heels, I want to go home type thing. That is very interesting and draws you in. And he takes this Noah Diaz takes this very serious subject and approach. There's a lot of comedy. We laugh probably more in the first half than we do the second half. There was a lot of, I'm very touched, and there was some surprises. There is an unseen voice through the whole play that is telling us, number one, Daniel K. Isaacs, he plays number one, the main guy, his thoughts, and he describes things like he says, okay, there's a woman appears next to you. She's holding an umbrella. Well, she's not, but the actor, responds and says, "Oh, that feels nice. Thank you." Um, but there's this unseen voice that is like his thoughts, but also it's almost like for you guys, it's almost like he's reading the stage directions in a script until the end. I'm not giving it away. I'm not spoiling. Um, it definitely, there were times I'm watching the play going, am I just dumb? I don't, I understand one part, but I'm not understanding the whole part until I really start thinking about it. And on the walk back to the hotel, I'm like, oh. And I'm sure that there's going to be more. I'm sure I'm going to keep thinking about it. This is what a lot of people refer to as the water cooler show. We don't have water coolers anymore in workplaces, but you used to have in workplaces the water cooler. That's where people would take their break, and they'd have water. They meet at the water cooler. Hey, so what'd you do last night? Oh, I watched so and so. What'd you do last night? Oh, my wife. Blah blah blah, and they chit chat at the water cooler. So. This is a water cooler show, meaning you're going to think about this and talk about this show for a little while. Noah Diaz is the playwright. You will get sick. It's playing at the Laura Pels Theater at the Harold and Miriam Steinberg Center for Theater. That is a part of the Roundabout group. Bring your mask. Seats are available. It was not sold out. It was full, not sold out. I had a great seat, third row back on the aisle. Thank you. I'm so glad I keep getting aisle seats because my legs are really bad. But anyway, so I kept this to, I wanted to share this with you go see it. And thanks for joining me for another Theater Talks with Scott. Stay tuned to see what I go to see next.